What's going on, everyone? It's the Eradicator, and in this video we'll be talking about Star Citizen after 3.15, which is of course now in the PTU. It is in PTU Wave 1, and I've been able to play it quite extensively already. Hopefully we're gonna have a couple of patches, because there are some really annoying bugs that are plaguing the experience. For example, I would say that the bunker missions are undoable right now simply because the NPCs don't seem to be spawning, but again, that's another topic for another day. But nevertheless, speaking of those bunkers, well, that's definitely a place where we can find some of the brand new loot boxes that are coming up in Star Citizen, right? Where players are able to take some items that they may not necessarily have the means to buy, or some of these items actually are only findable through those loot boxes. So these are really interesting incentives out there to go in the wild and play and just do stuff in the verse in order to be gaining those items. Another thing that I particularly enjoy is stripping NPCs completely. I'll just take everything. I'll take their guns, I take what they have on them, I take also their armor, and it's really been a blast trying to roleplay as a Ninetail in the verse. I completely dressed with the full armor of a Ninetail that I completely looted, and at the same time, this made me think that looting is going to be extremely important in the verse, because as a result, of course, if you're doing combat missions, you are more likely to die. And the thing is that in Star Citizen 3.15, right now, when you die, you lose everything that you have on you, and if you die when your ship is being blown up, you lose everything that was on you, and you also lose everything that was in your ship. So it's very important to store what you have, your belongings, in the landing zone. When you go back to a landing zone, make sure that what's in your inventory or in your ship inventory goes back to the local inventory of the landing zone or the station, so that this saves whatever you've been accumulating here, because when you die, you may not necessarily have enough money to buy again the gun that you bought at the shop. You may not have the money to buy again the armor that you bought at the shop as well. And so you may end up being with just a noob suit and a tiny little gun, which is not going to really make your situation a lot easier here. It's going to really complicate all those combat missions that you may eventually do. So if you loot everything that you can, bring back all the lootables in boxes into your ship, and then save them in the landing zone. This saves you the hassle of having to rebuy everything. All you have to do is just pick up whatever you would have looted, and that would make you save a lot of money. Now, there's one thing that's quite of a hassle, I would say, is especially if you have 5, 6, 10 NPCs that you kill and you want to loot all of their armor for future uses. Don't forget that you're gonna have to bring each piece of armor, each piece of lootable individually back to your ship. So what I think is easier to do, is actually drag all of those dead bodies into your ship, and then when you are in space or at a secure location, you just strip down those NPCs and store everything in your ship first, and then in the local inventory when you go back to the station. And then maybe you can dispose of the bodies and just make a pile of bodies wherever you are. That's actually quite fun, right? But that's where you get to see that the drag body function is actually very usable and very useful, I should say. And it really here shines, because it allows you to get all of those lootables and items that will be useful for you in the future. Anyway, guys, that's all for this short video here. A tip about something that I figured out. There's going to be lots of more tips for Star Citizen 3.15. The way the game plays is completely different. It's an entire revolution, guys, that we're experiencing here when it comes to gameplay in Star Citizen, and there's definitely going to be a lot to talk about. Anyway, guys, here comes the giveaway question, guys. To get a chance to win this Cutlass Red, all you have to do is to subscribe to the channel and answer the question right here, guys. Have you ever used body drag? What other use are you going to be finding for body drag in 3.15? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, a big shout out to all of my Patreon and join button members. So for you guys, if you have access, if you are on Discord, then there's also a Cutlass Black to give away. Thanks to Dr. Fobin. It comes with a green goulash paint. Guys, thank you also to Eric Owen and Dr. Forbin for their generous contributions on Patreon. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more content. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Joint membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.